2,000 years ago, millions of gallons of fresh water surged relentlessly through the darkness of a regional aqueduct. That flow powered a pressurized urban machine. The water collected at the highest point in the city, inside a massive distribution hub known as the Castellum Aquae. This diagram shows how the system managed that force. The Castellum pushed water uphill through vertical pipes into open-topped containers. This broke the atmospheric pressure, allowing gravity to pull water down at a controlled rate into pavement-level pipes. Those pipes delivered a constant, uninterrupted flow to 35 public stone fountains, providing immediate access to fresh water for thousands of citizens. Long before the Industrial Revolution, Pompeii operated as an urban machine, entirely dependent on this pressurized circulatory system. The people relying on that water lived in a densely integrated society. Grand elite villas shared structural walls with industrial operations, like this commercial bakery, with its massive stone milling columns and brick ovens. Because space was so tightly packed, residents turned inward to express their standing. They covered their interior walls with intricate frescoes, using the quality of the art to signal their wealth and identity to visitors. By the late 1st century, the entire city was an active construction zone. A severe earthquake had torn through the region in 62 AD, leaving collapsed roofs and shattered water pipes that required years of manual reconstruction. For 17 years, residents laid new plaster and patched their aqueducts, focused on rebuilding their lives in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. The bustling city was reaching its urban peak, completely unaware that a much larger geological timer was rapidly running out. Scholars long debated exactly when in 79 AD that timer reached zero. The discovery of autumnal fruits, like chestnuts, buried in the ruins, led many to believe the eruption happened late in the year, contradicting the Roman author Pliny the Younger's account of August 24th. Analysis of ancient climate change and agricultural shifts revealed that certain chestnut varieties ripened in August during the Roman period. This data validates Pliny's original summer timeline. On that summer afternoon, the mountain blew open. A vertical pillar of dense rock and ash shot miles into the stratosphere, blotting out the sun and plunging the city into darkness. For the next 18 to 24 hours, searing pumice stones and heavy volcanic ash battered the streets. The continuous barrage collapsed roofs and forced the trapped population to seek cover. The pressurized infrastructure that made Pompeii a marvel offered no defense against a geological event of this scale. The final blow arrived the next morning. The volcanic column collapsed, sending a superheated pyroclastic flow down the slopes. The surge of toxic gas and molten debris killed anyone still inside the city limits. The flow deposited over 20 feet of suffocating material across the urban grid. It buried the architecture and encased the fallen citizens exactly where they dropped. This diagram shows the preservation process. Ash hardened into a dense shell around the bodies. Over centuries, tissue decayed, leaving an empty cavity. In the 1800s, archaeologists retrieved these forms by injecting liquid plaster directly into the hollow pockets, capturing the victims' exact physical shapes. The eruption acted as an instantaneous three-dimensional scanner, preserving the final seconds of an entire population. Retrieving those stories required immense physical labor. Generations of workers spent decades manually clearing thousands of tons of volcanic rock from the site. That labor continues to yield new findings, like the monumental Porta Sarno tomb. This intricately carved relief of two spouses was found half-buried, its structure partially collapsed by earthquakes before the eruption. Specific carvings on the female figure identify her status within the city. She likely served as a priestess of the goddess Ceres. Visual evidence can also lead to decades of misinterpretation. For years, a famous plaster cast of two victims in a close embrace was known as the Two Maidens, based on the assumption that such an intimate pose belonged to young women. DNA sequencing from those bones reveals both individuals were biologically male. Historians now consider the possibility that they were romantic partners, rather than the female family members once assumed. Modern science is forcing a reevaluation of the site, allowing us to accurately reconstruct the personal identities of the people who lived here. That reevaluation extends beyond genetics and into the realm of artificial intelligence. Inside the ruins, the Repair Project is confronting a massive archaeological puzzle. They are attempting to restore ceiling frescoes shattered into thousands of mixed, tiny fragments,
without a reference image to guide them. To accomplish this, researchers deployed machine learning algorithms. The AI scans the pieces, identifying microscopic patterns, brushstrokes, and color variations invisible to the human eye. Once a match is calculated, the physical assembly begins. Specialized twin-armed robots use flexible sensors to delicately grip, rotate, and interlock the ancient fragments without damaging the porous stone. The eruption of Vesuvius resulted in a massive, involuntary archive of ancient life. It is only now, using the precision of robotics and DNA sequencing, that we can finally parse its contents.